All right, so we have some deductions to do. Let's see. Cards with staff information on Dunn's table. Dunn's wife's birthday doesn't open the safe. And stained towel in Arthur Tucker's locker. So these two are linked. Arthur Tucker's a racist.
Tucker painted the racial slur on Yale's locker.
The racist was racist? You are a detective.
Wow. And now we have another deduction to make. We have to go back into his mind palace. Jake got mad when he found me searching his locker. The buffalo that works for O'Leary wears a shamrock on his lapel. These two are linked, I think. Yep.
Why do you have that pen, Jake? What mess are you in?
All right. Jake won't say he works for O'Leary.
This is quite the choice. Like, when you hear about the first integrated gym in town, you're expecting, like, oh man, there might be some racial tensions because it's from back in the racist times. People don't. Well, that text is freaking out.
Yeah, I was just about to point that out.
Yeah, it's like people might not have it all figured out, but instead it's like, no, we have some black people and we have a violent white supremacist from the KKK.
Yeah,
that's our people that we got this gym. I'm like, oh my fucking god.
Wow, I barely nudged the trigger and it just pulled me into this menu again.
Yeah.
All right.
It's just like it's like, damn, like when you have like all those inspirational movies about black athletes overcoming racism, usually they're white members of the same like baseball team, aren't the actual KKK.
Yeah. No, completely. It kind of, I don't know. It's like a clearly sticky situation here too, because they want to do these references to the other comics and stuff, but like technically, chronologically speaking, the only ones that have happened so far are Blacksad beats up the KKK and his girlfriend got murdered. So it's like,
so all you can do is you can plant seeds about the fact about like his family or his professor.
Yeah, we don't have anything else.
The Arctic Nation strikes again. Honestly, would the Arctic Nation be reported on as the villains?
Because one of them was the chief of police, wasn't he?
Yeah, I'm just thinking like they had the police on their side. Yeah, the polar bear was the police chief in that town. It's like I think the news didn't tend to side against the KKK, honestly.
Yeah.
Desmond O'Leary. Huh? I know you work for him.
Now you're just making stuff up. Why would you say that?
I saw the shamrock in your locker. I know what it means.
Okay, let's say you're right. So what? What are you gonna do, huh?
All right, let's see.
I could tell your friend Sonia. Does she know?
Don't you dare. All right. You win, pussycat. Business isn't going that well lately. Natalia was my last well-paying job. And it's been a while. Then O'Leary shows up and offers me a bodyguard contract. What was I supposed to do?
Yeah, I understand.
Seriously, you don't seem like the type to accept shady offers.
I'd never take a job like that. As a matter of fact, I turned one down today, but that's just me. I'm no one to judge.
Hey, O'Leary might run an illegal gambling operation, but it's not like he's killing people or conning widows, and I'm just a bodyguard. I make sure no one gets hurt. What I do, including my contract and paycheck, is 100% legal. How bad can that be?
O'Leary pays you with dirty money, and you're part of a criminal organization. There's no two ways about it, but that's not what bothers me.
I mean, he just got his ass beat by that organization.
Yeah.
I know you're covering up O'Leary's role in Joe Dunn's death.
Huh? O'Leary? No way. I mean, I don't think so.
Jake, please.
Well, I guess there's no point in hiding it now.
Yeah.
I was here the day Dunn died.
Go on.
I had to take care of some business for O'Leary. He makes me wear the shamrock when I work for him. As you know, I left the damn thing in my locker.
Say no more. You came in the back door.
How did you... Yeah, that's it. Joe had mentioned he'd been painting that afternoon, but I forgot.
Oh, so he was the one with the steps.
I stopped in my tracks when I saw him screaming bloody murder at Bobby Yale at the top of the scaffold.
Did this happen often?
Not in the last few years. Apparently, Bobby wanted to do something. Something that horrified Joe. So Joe threatened to call off the fight against Stone and kick him out of the gym for good. I didn't want them to see me, so I left.
I think I was right.
Jake, why didn't you tell me?
I thought you'd be pissed off.
Well, you were wrong.
I'm sorry, John. I should have said something.
You should have.
Damn.
Let's just say you owe me one, all right?
You sure drive a hard bargain, John. All right.
Time to go. I need to think about everything you just told me.
All right, we just got like 47 clues in a row, and now we have a much clearer idea of what the heck is going on. Yeah, he caved completely.
We needed to find the lockers all along.
Yeah. So I think with the... Wow. Some of these settings... I'm trying to figure out how I can turn off the... There we go. The depth of field. That should fix.
Just delete the worst setting.
Oops. I did not mean to set vertical sync to that. That was...
Your options for depth of field are off and doesn't work.
Yes. Oh, there we go. This is running so much more smoothly.
I'm never ready for it to say your Blacksad in the settings.
Yeah.
It's like the equivalent of like when Telltale games tell you what percentage of people picked what, I guess.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what I mean, let's look at it, right? Let's take a look. Let's see. Hard-boiled, sensitive.
He's a romantic.
Yeah. We're not silent. We're super talkative. But then again,
he's
John
a clumsy romantic.
John is super talkative in the comics. He is not like a stoic silent type. He's constantly yapping at people.
He's no like roguish character, but he definitely doesn't just stare at people and like grimace at them and wait for the plot to happen at him or anything.
No, he's super hard.
Talking to people is his job.
Let's see.
But he does a big glare though.
He does glare at people pretty frequently. We're profitable.
Profitable case versus ruinous case. The fact that there's a profit meter, that feels like a morality meter.
I love that. But yeah, I think for the most part we just got a pretty big clue, and I think that I was right. Yale probably wanted to take the fall for the money on behalf of either Cassidy or O'Leary, probably at the behest of Sonia in order to pay off the debt. And Joe said no. And that really got him into trouble. Because Yale probably backed out and got scared and went into hiding, and Joe got killed in his stead. That's... Put it down here. Put it in the chat. Detective Toaster. That's his hypothesis.
I think it was aliens.
That's also a great possibility. It could have been aliens. You are right.
There's no evidence that it wasn't aliens.
Dunn kept files on the gym's staff and clients. Name, address, and date of birth.
Mana says I need my detective hat. So I'm putting my detective hat on.
Did you find anything interesting in those papers?
No.
Yeah.
Investigation work takes time, as I'm sure you know.
I got Sherlock's cap. All right, so I guess the next thing we have is possibly going back to the diner to needle the lady about the lady about how close she was to Joe.
She's lying to us.
Bad Wolf says, consider this case toasted.
Yeah!
Exactly. I do want to see if the goat is awake, though, before we go, just in case we can interact with any of the new clues. This game could really use a run button.
We're gonna, knowing our luck with every game we've played so far, we're gonna find out after we beat it how to run.
I've been pushing all the buttons on the controller, and I don't know.
Yeah,
if
but you
there's a run
didn't click
button.
both sticks at the same time while holding left.
Joke's on you. I did literally that just now. Yeah, I don't know. I guess maybe there's a run button, maybe there's not. I have no idea. Just gotta walk his little legs to that diner. Huh.
Run button, please.
I wish.
Developer response. Hello, I will forward your suggestion, but I cannot promise that this kind of change will be implemented into the game. John is a smoking detective, not an athlete, smiley face.
At least they're true to the comics,
I'm pretty
I
sure
guess.
John is athletic, honestly. I'm pretty sure John can run. He was a soldier.
Oh no.
You gotta stay in the circle filling spot. There you go.
Yeah, I have to navigate to where it is off screen. And I was stuck on something off screen. I think there was a person walking that I couldn't get past.
Nintendo Life gave this game a 5 out of 10.
I can see it, I guess. What do you think these two are talking about?
Apparently on Switch, the loading times are excruciatingly long. They're just having a chat.
They've been there for 2 days now.
Yeah. One of them won't let the other one go. It's that kind of conversation. You start backing away towards the door, like, oh, well, that reminds me. I'm like, uh-huh.
All right. We should ask her about Dunn's body again.
Have you remembered anything else about the moment you found Dunn's body?
I really can't remember anything. I'm sorry.
But we got the clue. We got the clue about her.
Have you remembered anything else about the moment you found Dunn's body?
I really can't remember anything. I'm sorry.
So when it focuses on Blacksad,
Sorry.
there was a Dalmatian
in that
at that
See you
table
around.
outside.
We'll miss you at Sam's Diner. Bye-bye.
But we don't get to see him. See?
What's that guy walking by?
I
Who's
don't
the
know. I
black
can't
thing?
catch up with him.
No, you're so slow.
He's a pit bull.
What is he?
He's a pit bull.
He's a pit bull, okay.
Yeah. Or a Rottweiler or whatever.
Could not make sense of that. Yeah, there's just a Dalmatian sitting in there.
Oops.
How do we make progress?
Yeah, I don't know. According to Jake, Dunn had a strong argument with Yale while he was painting on the scaffold.
And then say there's something suspicious about a suicide.
Oh yeah, we can do that.
Because there was an argument.
Nope.
It says that you can make a connection, right?
I don't know if it tells me if I can make a connection or if I have 1 to 2 new clues when it happens. Because it always corresponds with having new clues, so I haven't been able to determine if that means that there's a deduction to make or if I just have clues I haven't examined yet. But let's go back to the gym, I guess, and maybe we can investigate the crime scene again. Or maybe we can go back to Jake's place. That seems like it might actually lead somewhere, so let's drive our car. Maybe we go back to our office.
Discover that you were the murderer.
Oh, that's right. It was us. We did kill him. I forgot.
I am the origami killer. Damn.
Yeah.
Why didn't I think about that?
Keith is talking literally about himself. Keith is the origami killer.
I can't complain.
I am the fictional serial killer from 2007's famous Half My Life Ago. Fuck, that game's old.
But I can't complain.
Okay, I can't drive my car, so I can't go back to my office. Is there anything
There's
this way?
gotta be another way.
Quartz.
It's in the trash. Because it's cut in half. So of course it is.
Alright, so there must be something we can do here, because we can't really do anything else. So we still have stuff we
Like, what
need
if there's
to
a whole
complete.
location we're missing somehow?
Yeah. Oh, there we go. We got more conversation we can have now.
Just gotta keep cycling between all the people.
Yeah, you
So
just
can
gotta
find what the
you just gotta
detail is
hold
that's
Jake's bag
progress.
a little bit more. Just warm him up.
Not all folks are as
right, turn your head and
open-minded
cough.
as Dunn. I happen to know who painted the lockers. Arthur Tucker.
I knew it. I knew it was him, that bastard. I'm gonna whip the white out of him.
Do you remember anything else about Joe Dunn and Bobby Yale's argument?
No, not really, no. Only Joe yelling. If you do, I'll call off the fight and kick you out of the gym.
Yeah. It's because Yale wanted to take the bribe and save the gym. There's a 0% chance it's not that. But we didn't get a new clue for that.
Maybe it triggered something?
Possibly.
I don't know why.
Did you ever
Something just
Did you
doesn't
ever
add
talk
up.
to wait.
I talked to Sonia after learning about it, and she didn't have anything new to say to me.
Yeah, well I was gonna say that you ever talked about Sonia about weekly, but then I remembered that you just strayed away from that. That text is losing its
Did
mind.
this happen often?
Not in the last few years. Apparently, Bobby wanted to do something. Something that horrified Joe. So Joe threatened to call off the fight against Stone and kick him out of the gym for good.
Yeah, and so my guess is that Joe was going to call off the fight, and Cassidy probably killed him. We can interact with the phone again.
Chief Smirnov, what do you know?
Call your boyfriend,
Please,
John.
I'm begging you. Know something.
Smirnoff.
You're gonna like what I have to tell you about the Dunn case.
Why would he like to hear that?
What if he just says that's it?
That's it.
I went to Yale's place and ran into O'Leary's men. They were waiting for him.
Ah, well, it's only normal. They run an illegal gambling operation. If a fight's canceled, they lose money. I'd love to take a swing at O'Leary, but we can't base the case on a hunch.
I'm not finished yet. You're gonna like what I have to tell you about the Dunn case. A close friend of Dunn's works for O'Leary.
You mean that gorilla? Your ex's bodyguard? We know. O'Leary is a respectable citizen, until we prove otherwise. So there's nothing wrong with him hiring a bodyguard.
You're gonna like what I have to tell you about the Dunn case.
Oh my god, he's just repeating himself.
I found racial slurs painted on the lockers at Dunn's gym. He was pretty open-minded about racial issues. Maybe his death had something to do with that.
John, half of the crimes in this city have racial ramifications. Unless you have solid proof that it wasn't suicide, my hands are tied.
I think that's it.
I thought we were so close.
I just can't get over the reality of the text of just the voice lines being like, "You're gonna like what I have to say about this case. There were racial slurs." All right, thanks, Blacksad.
All right, police officer. Police
Damn.
officer, I have something for you. Get this. Racism. What do you
love it.
think about that?
Yeah. It's like, why are you supposed to be so excited about that? What does it mean?
So goofy. All right.
This really is a pixel hunt, isn't it?
Those papers?
It is a
No.
pixel hunt.
Investigation work takes time, as I'm sure you know.
Oh god, I've heard that line too many times now. It's
Yeah.
losing all meaning.
Now it's time for the paranoia to set in as you just cycle through 4 objects trying to figure out which thing you're missing.
Yeah.
Where's the one interactable that does something?
At least
What
the
do we
music
do?
in this game is good.
Ah. Space heater. Space heater. Time to go upstairs.
Yep, we're gonna check out the roof again.
And just re-inspect.
We did learn that he
everything.
gave up on drinking, so maybe we can investigate the little the drink spot.
Maybe he can climb
s-
across those boards to escape the case.
Oh, that's a great idea. I would love to go take a vacation. And this is Helen Moore's, she's America's sweetheart.
Yeah.
Everyone recognizes her.
Protein bars, now with 50% less lead.
This is just such a like a set piece. Like you look into it and it has no HUD. It's just like
this extreme environmental storytelling of unrequited love.
Man, what is there?
The boards are
around
gone
here?
outside of that cutscene, aren't they?
They are. They're over here. Which is
Oh,
weird
yeah.
because that means they were on this roof and weakly climbed up the fire escape on the other side and then jumped over to this roof to grab the boards, to put the boards over to the fire escape, then climbed back over and then climbed over again.
Were they on this side at the beginning of the game?
They were, yeah.
I don't even want to imagine Weekly falling from up here.
You don't have to. We saw it.
He got Final Destination. But then we saved him, so now he's doomed to be hunted by death forever.
I'm just confused. Is there other stuff I can interact
A
with?
mural? Look at my weird lips. Look at my weird eyes.
I have control. I can never tell if it's loading dialogue or if I have controls because everything is weirdly delayed.
Sonia's measurements stop at 18, and there's a gap in Bobby's between ages 15 and 17.
Are Sonia and Bobby dating?
What does that mean?
It means that Bobby like left the gym for a few years.
Yeah. And then Sonia, I guess, just stopped growing. Because she's
She
right
went to
across the
college.
street.
She went to college. That's what they said.
What, that's the face that the girl is making. That feels great. Keep doing that.
It looks like Chief Bogo. Man, what else is there to do? I mean, like, maybe we can go talk to the goat now, but I don't know. It doesn't seem right. We're gonna need to rub up against everything like a cat.
Yeah. And then knock things off tables like a cat.
Yeah.
And then eat the dead like a cat.
Mm-hmm.
Those just jeans? No, it's a towel. Oh.
What?
Oh, go back. By the door.
Oh. Nice. Look at that. For Sonia Dunn.
Thank you, Mr. Blacksad.
Does the postman always leave your mail on the floor?
I don't know. I...
What's wrong?
It's my mother's wedding ring.
Wait, didn't that say brothers in the text?
Oh, I wasn't looking at the text.
Who had it?
I don't know. My father wore it on his pinky finger after she died.
Not always, apparently.
Will you find out why?
I'll try. But there's something else I'm worried about. This might have something to do with the... Bobby Yale's
Oh,
disappearance.
shit. I meant to press X.
Oh my, yes. It could be. Will you please give me a moment?
Of course.
Oh, but maybe
You've
it was the
ruined the
right
entire
answer.
case.
Maybe it was the right answer.
Or everyone's confidently wrong. The textures are losing their minds.
Yes?
I haven't seen this much Z fighting since Dragon Ball.
I need to search your office.
Go on.
Oh, shit. I didn't mean to do that. I didn't want to put the investigation. I thought when it said I need to search his room, I thought it meant like I would go into his bedroom.
That apparently became a choice. You specifically ruined her feelings. How could you?
It's fine.
I can't tell when choices are happening.
Yeah. I wonder if Joe gave Bobby his his wife's wedding ring to propose to Sonia. That's my guess. Oh, So it says I can do 2 things.
I'm so happy.
Mary put the wedding ring in the envelope and wrote Sonia Dunn on it. But why did she have the ring in the first place?
Oh, she was gonna be a stepmom. Joe was gonna marry her.
Da-da-da-da. I ain't gonna talk to her probably.
Mary Purnell and Joe Dunn an item?
Yeah. Let's talk again.
Did you find anything interesting in those papers?
No. Investigation work takes time, as I'm sure you know.
Okay, lady.
I mean the other lady, because you now Blacksad's correctly connected that they were an item. Because he didn't know that before.
Oh, and now we can say there's something fishy about Dunn's suicide. Oh, I guess not. Never mind.
I'm just figuring that now he knows that, so he can actually talk to her about it.
Yeah.
What if Mary's birthday is the combination to the safe?
Do we know Mary's birthday?
I think we have to ask.
Nope, we don't, because he has the staff information on the thingies. It's all cascading.
You got a Tetris. You did it.
I did it. I just blew through 40 lines. Is it going to play the same animation, or am I going to get new info this time?
He pulls out one of the cards and holds it in the air and it spins.
A week prior to that very day.
Da-na-na-na.
I like that I had the option to use a random combination.
Just try stuff. Gun. Money. Insurance policy.
All right.
And ooh,
business insurance policy. Okay, that's all it's going to give me?
Insurance policy.
That's all it's going to give us? We're not going to look at the insurance policy to see if this was...
famously, insurance policies never come up in these kinds of cases.
Definitely not a clue, apparently.
They've never motivated anything.
Last will and testament of Joseph R. Dunn. We have his will. I shouldn't have grabbed that.
You open the safe?
Yeah, and I think you need to see this. Can you tell me what it says?
All right. I think this might be useful for the investigation, Mr. Detective. He left everything to me, except some boxing trophies and knickknacks that'll go to Bobby Yale.
I
she looks
feel
like
less
she's
bad.
Majin Buu.
A little bit, yeah.
When was it signed?
It was written 4 years ago, just weeks after I moved to Buffalo.
Do you think Bobby Yale read it before he disappeared?
Maybe.
Motive?
All right. Thanks.
I don't want to say you're lucky.
Do not say she's a lucky lady when her dad was just murdered.
Yeah, that's
A
brutal.
few bucks. Just petty cash.
That'd be a very guerrilla
I never
moment.
would have taken Dunn for a gun owner.
Yeah. All right. We just learned a just buttload of information. That's awesome. I feel less bad about stepping on her feelings to come in here about this because because that actually unlocked quite a bit for us. So let's go bug. What's her name? He looks so smug. Look at him.
I just can't get over how hard he grimaces every time he shows up in that little like saving icon.
Yeah. Is it gonna give us anything new, or are we just gonna fondle the sack?
Joe Dunn.
Did you know Joe Dunn had a gun in his safe?
No way, man. He hated firearms. Although, when Bobby Yale was a teenager, he went through a crazy phase. Even dropped out of the gym and joined the gang. Nothing serious.
Ah,
Early
that's
one
why
morning,
the
he broke
numbers.
in the gym. Joe was already here and caught him red-handed. Bobby pointed the gun at Dunn and ordered him to open the safe. So, Joe opened it and asked Bobby to put the gun aside, leave the gang, and start boxing again. I got here 5 minutes later and found Bobby crying like a baby in Joe's arms. Then he just stood up and put on his gloves.
Big arms. Hello, sir. Okay, so now it's not really a clue because we can't interact with it, but now we know why there's a gap in the numbers. Because Bobby left the gym. Yeah, to be in the gang. Does this say anything new now?
Sonia's measurements stop at 18.
Nope.
And there's a gap in Bobby's between ages 15 and 17.
Wow, Bobby was swole for a 17-year-old. Holy smokes.
Yeah. That's why I was doing this.
Yeah, but I mean, like, his arms looked like the thighs of those dudes who can crush watermelons with their thighs. Like, that's insane. All right, let's go out back, maybe. Ooh, was that a thing I could interact with? No? There's a card right there. I want the card, please. Card, please. There we go. This place is positively littered with trash.
No, it's a mess. It's because the guy died that cleans up.
All right, so we're gonna want to head to the diner again to talk to Mary. Look at his smug face. He's really feeling himself right now.
They specifically have little upturned lip and everything. I mean, he did it. He got a whole Tetris of clues. Overwhelming progress.
We've done a very good job so far.
Have you ever looked at the boxing sign?
I think I did. Let's go back and check. I think it's probably just going to say...
Yes, I don't know if it would matter. It's just, I just see that there's a prompt every now and then all the way up there.
Yeah, oh, I think I did look at this.
1943.
That's odd.
Is that odd? Is that an odd thing to do, John? Look at this old scaly dude. That guy looks great.
Yeah, like a yellow iguana or something.
It's a bearded dragon, probably.
Big goofy
Mr. Peanut Butter right there.
The canines look fucking hilarious in this game. Their mouths are just so long and they don't know how to like make them look decent. It's like that flashback that flash we had to like that coyote or whatever, and his mouth looks so fucking goofy. He has just like this like giant smile ear to ear. It looks like.
Alrighty. His mouth is just so big.
Yep.
All right, let's put the pressure on Miss Mary.
Time to turn the screws on her.
I know you're hiding something.
What?
Happy birthday. I just found out it was a week ago.
Oh, thanks.
You're welcome. I'm sure you received
weird fucking
wonderful
interaction. Get it out of my store.
For example, your date of birth used as the combination for Dunn's safe.
My goodness. I can't talk here. My shift is over in 10 minutes. Can you wait a while?
Can I get a refill over here, Mary?
Coming right up.
Once again, the subtitles don't match the voices, which makes me think that they're dub title or they're actual subtitles for the Spanish track.
Maybe, yeah. And then they just localized it differently.
Yep.
I feel like the Dalmatian always has his head turned away because they don't want us to look at him up close.
Yeah.
This is why the clock store is not 2D.
Mary Purnell, the angel Joe Dunn found in his golden years.
They were
We've been
use
seeing
it
each other for almost 2 years.
She just started the conversation
It all started
like that.
with... well, weekdays I start cleaning the gym at dawn, before my shift at the diner. Joey always came in early, just a little after I got there. He used to say it was the best time for the worst task of the day.
Oh, I know exactly what he meant. Say no more. Paperwork.
He really hated it. One morning, he saw me crying. I was having a rough day and...
He tried to make you smile.
He pointed at the coffee machine. You need a cup of joe and some fresh air. That was the first of many cups on the rooftop.
Ah.
Aw, that's what that is. There's that guy again. Hey, Cayman.
Which is where Dunn seduced you.
That word is a bit too much, Mr. Blacksad.
You should have seen all the other options
You
we
might
had,
be
lady.
too young to understand this, but real love has little to do with seduction. One day, we realized those rooftop coffees were the best part of our day. So we began to spend more time together.
But you never told anyone.
So we're supposed to be younger than her?
Or perhaps you told someone else?
No one. Joey didn't want Sonia to hear about it from someone else before we were sure of the relationship. He was afraid that our relationship would only make matters worse. Until one day, on the rooftop, we realized just how serious our relationship was, and we decided to turn those moments into a lifetime.
So he asked you to marry him?
Yes, of course. He gave me the wedding ring, and we decided to tell the world. He said he needed to share that happiness with his little girl. Turns out, he wasn't that happy after all.
Ah.
What about Yale? Wasn't he like a son to him?
Maybe you already noticed, I have a slight cold. I really should be heading home.
Ah.
Wanted to escape that conversation immediately.
Too much coffee and fresh air?
Why? Why would you say that? I lost my scarf a while back, not sure where. And now, if you'll excuse me, that's my bus stop. A pleasure to speak with you, Mr. Blacksad.
Shut down.
Did I see a two? I swear I saw like a 2D lion in like the front seat. It went by so fast that I'm not sure. I have a cold. I lost my scarf, which is how you get a cold.
Yeah, that's a clue. Mary has a cold. Do you want to know who else has a cold? Our
The
old goat
murderer.
friend. The murderer. Exactly. All right, we've
Too bad we found the scarf at the scene of the crime.
All right, goat,
Maybe
fess
he
up.
has do you have a scarf? Discourse on inequality. Wow, Twitter.
Nope. Okay, so there's
Can you make some loud noises?
no scarf from him. I'm curious why she was so upset when I mentioned Bobby. Like, there's something hidden there.
You've never been able to check the fridge, right?
No. Alright, so maybe now we have the clue we need to talk to Smirnov, because we know he just proposed so he wouldn't kill himself.
Smirnov.
You're gonna like what I have to tell you about the Dunn case. Dunn and the gym's cleaning lady were about to get married.
Great. Call What's News. They'll know what to do with such an incredibly interesting piece of information.
What?
The combination on Dunn's safe was her birthday. He even gave her a ring. You know, your typical suicidal bliss.
Okay, I'm still not convinced, but I might have something for you.
There we go. We finally got what we were looking for.
Something happened.
I'm curious if this game has like multiple endings and it's gonna Walking Dead us, or if like we just have to stumble to the one ending that's just like slightly influenced what our Blacksad was like.
Life
the whole
is
time.
off and off key, like a bad song. The notes come together but feel flat, unable to create anything resembling music.
Well, it feels like you finished Act 1 or something.
Yeah.
And yet, there are ways to string them together to create harmony. Ways that are not always entirely in our hands.
Man, the music for this game does slap. It is great. Low poly food.
You look tired, John.
I can't help it. It's just the way we cats are.
Well, I can't help but be glad to see you. Yep, I'm beat. I'm starving. Just got back from the annual police medical. Not only did I have to fast, but I also had to chug 2 enormous glasses of water.
Because he had to pee.
Why is
John,
what's going on with
you all right?
I loved the like awkward silence after him being like, they made me drink a lot of water so I could pee.
I drank so much water.
Can we just talk
shuffles
about
for a
Dunn?
while.
Okay, no problem. The thing is,
Damn.
I'd love to help you out with this case, but I can't.
Thought you were friends.
You know I work for the state of New York. If I had any information, I couldn't share it with a private eye. Even if it was lying on top of this table.
Get
You
it?
drank 2 huge glasses of water. How are your kidneys coping with that?
Yeah, you're right. Maybe I should go to the... If you'll excuse me.
My creepy human teeth. They made Smirnoff look like the fucking the mayor of Beastar's Land. With his terrifying human teeth.
I love how he having to take a leak was a part of the plot. I love how they play coy with each other as well.
Yeah.
I just want them to bang. Alright, case 1769-7, district something 3, Joseph Richard Dunn, male, widower, lynx, dark brown, age 47, weight 163 pounds. Okay, so this is just going to give us information that we kind of already know. I'm just going to read it out loud from the page right here before clicking them because I don't want to have to read them like on the timer. So approximately 7 p.m. on October 9th, 19 blank, because they don't want to give us the date. External findings: violent asphyxia caused by rope around the neck. The neck presented 4 ring-shaped marks around the entire circumference caused by said rope. Internal findings: the findings has a typo. It's findings. No internal autopsy was performed since external evidence seems sufficiently conclusive. So yeah, the police just closed out the case.
Okay, so there's 4 marks on the neck, so he's definitely killed by the chest spreader.
Yeah, he was killed by the chest spreader. Swollen and slightly scraped knuckles on the subject's right hand. No, because the chest spreader had 3 springs on it and 2 in the box, and it was up to 5. So it wasn't Yale's chest spreader unless Yale put one of the springs back and threw the rest away. No internal autopsy was performed since external evidence seems sufficiently conclusive. It said he also had scrapes on his knuckles, apparently.
Now I feel even thinner. So do my kidneys.
I just peed a lot.
Thanks.
Truth is, John, it all seemed clear to me before, but now... Please, promise me you won't take the law into your own hands.
Would you like to hear about my
I'd like to
more?
think we're not just vigilantes.
I don't get what's going on with the arches on his forehead.
He's still feeling weird about having us kill someone extrajudicially.
I give you my word.
All right. In any case, keep me posted, will you?
That shape just stands out so much on his forehead.
Take care, John.
Yeah.
It seems like
As
a lot.
always, Smirnoff had given me new, potentially relevant information. Not to mention second thoughts. When an old dog like him gets that serious, one must be prepared to bite.
I feel like the rings aren't the individual cables, but the weird things in the middle of the chest spreader.
Maybe. I'm not sure. I mean, the only reason why I said, well, I don't know. The chest expander in the trash belongs to Yale. Dunn wanted to call off the fight. Yeah, okay, we got that. Knuckles were swollen. No, okay. Why won't it let me get to the one I wanted?
Let's just look at the...
See, it has three thingies, not 4. But this is a good clue. So his knuckles were swollen. There's something fishy about his suicide. It means he was in a fight.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not working. Never mind. I guess it doesn't. Well, we know these ones work. So Dunn wanted to call off the fight, and they had a fight. What? That's like the most obvious one to put 2 and 2 together. It says I have multiple deductions to do. It says I have 3 I can do right now.
Let's see.
Someone threw a paint can in the trash.
They kind of shuffle around.
There's a paint can stain on the gym floor. According to Jake, Dunn had a strong argument with Yale while he was painting on the scaffold.
That's a long chain.
And Dunn wanted to call off the fight. What?
Have you ever linked more than 2 together?
Yeah. Okay.
There's potentially since there's like 3 options involving paint, there's a lot of options, like combinations that they might be going for here.
Yeah.
Is there like a confirmation button you can press to check each combination?
No. All right. According to Jake, Dunn had a strong argument with Yale while he was painting on the scaffold. Dunn wanted to call off the fight. Okay, so that just terminates it, which means if I have one that's correctly linked, it will
And you got all the
continue.
information from the case?
Yeah. Someone threw a paint can in the trash.
So what I'm looking for is that I figure us knowing his height is going to be used to confirm he couldn't have hung himself.
Yeah.
So can we get the height of the noose?
Possibly.
Have you looked? Have you gotten on the stage to look at the noose outside of a cutscene?
It doesn't let me do it anymore, so we'll go back and we'll go check it out. But it's real difficult to figure out exactly what it wants me to connect. I do think we need to have the order of the paint can clues like in the correct order, which is just going to be a nightmare. But we'll be able to work through it. You know, I turned off the depth of field, but the game still is having depth of field right now.
Yeah. Did it turn off during those specific scenes at least?
It did, yeah. Because, like, all right, let's see if we can get back up here.
Hey?
I don't know why. Something just doesn't add up.
Okay.
Quick, zoom in with your cat vision.
What's this?
What's that?
Oh, oops. I forget I have to highlight
Something
it.
just doesn't add up.
There we go.
Cool.
Is that all he has to say about the weird just stand-up glory hole sitting here? Like, what
is that?
It's a bell. It's a bell.
It's
yeah.
the bell for the ring. Gotcha. Can you climb the stairs?
I cannot interact with those in any way. No, I didn't want to. I'm sorry. I'm mashing A so that I can get up onto this. But it's not. Yeah, there's nothing I can do here. Yeah. Nope. I probably have to do the deduction.
Yeah. I think we're stuck in Phoenix Wright mode. We have to figure out what they meant for us to connect.
Yes.
Where we like we have to think about like what do we it's like how we already knew that he was involved with the diner lady, but didn't know how to make the game think that. Like we have to do that again with his height.
That's a serious issue in the Sherlock games as well. Is like
you
can see a clue sitting on the floor, and you know it's a clue, and your character should ostensibly be able to walk up and pick it up. But like,
I guess like, what if you just combine his height with something's fishy? And
oh yeah, that's a good call. Let's give it a try. Where is it? Height. There we go.
I'm good at video games.
Dunn was murdered. That's all he has to say.
He's taller than Dunn. And I can barely reach the noose.
We're just now catching...
There's no way Dunn hanged himself. Not on his own, at least.
All right, perfect.
It's like the struggle here is we're trying to catch Blacksad up to stuff we figured out 3 hours ago.
Yes, we knew immediately.
Immediately, we're like, okay, that noose is too tall for him to have hung himself. Now it's like, okay, now that he's accepted the idea that he couldn't have hung himself, now maybe you can make him think about the chest expander and the marks on his neck and shit. That like was like the first thought I had.
Oh my god. All right. Okay. So Dunn had 4 different neck marks. So we can do this, 4 different neck marks. His knuckles were swollen when he died. Okay, nope.
It's probably not being tall enough, having 4 marks, and then the other chest expander clue.
I tried it already. Chest expander in the trash belongs to Yale. Wait, what? I literally did this combination.
Yeah. I don't know
or
if you
did
had a
you?
motive to kill Dunn, but you certainly had the murder weapon.
That was literally the first one I did. Dunn was strangled with Yale's chest expander.
Or did you?
I did. I truly did.
have these moments all the time. I have these moments so often where I'm like, I don't understand. I thought I did that already. I specifically didn't do that for the last 10 minutes because I thought I already did it. We still have like, this might be all that's left for this chunk of the game is just putting the clues together we already have.
Yeah.
I mean,
According to
that's how
Jake,
the game works. It's either that or confronting people with them.
So the thing that's weird about these is that like if you put them in the logical order of like, I'm just gonna read them out loud. According to Jake, Dunn had a strong argument with Yale while he was painting on the scaffold. Dunn wanted to call off the fight. There's a paint stain on the gym floor. Someone threw a paint can in the trash. Who do the footprints in the gym belong to? That would allow us to then immediately go to something like Dunn was strangled with Yale's chest expander or whatever and get to a conclusion there, but it doesn't let me. But if I do them in a different order, it lets me. So I'm confused. So if I
Dunn
go
was strangled
here,
with Yale's chest inspector. Wow. All those words came out technically. And Mary has a cold.
yeah, and Mary has a cold. Exactly. Dunn was strangled with Yale's chest expander, and then when Dunn died, his knuckles were swollen. No. I have no idea.
Someone threw a pin. Wait.
Uh-huh.
It's dented.
Yeah.
So did he punch it?
We'll see.
All right. Dunn punched a paint can, but why? Wasn't
I'm
he
so
calm and
angry.
composed?
Okay. Dunn punched a can. That's not useful to know.
I don't know what you do with that, yeah, but thank you for there being a thank you for having a picture in the clue so I could see it was dented. What a thing to deduce. He must have punched a can for some reason. Moments from cracking this whole thing open. We've seen so much of that ass. At this point, I don't want to solve the clue.
No, I don't. I want it in my inventory forever.
Dunn must have punched the can while he was arguing with Yale. I guess that explains why he threatened to call the fight off.
How does that explain why he threatened to call the fight off?
Yeah, what?
That doesn't make any sense at all.
What? What? I don't think that made sense at all. What?
Christ. Did Yale kill Dunn just because he wanted to call off the fight?
Damn.
I don't think so.
Wasn't he crying in his arms a few years ago?
Yeah.
Be a hell of a kill to just do.
I always knew Bobby had issues. But I never thought he'd go that far.
I couldn't say. In my line of work, you really shouldn't jump to conclusions.
But the chest expander, the box in his locker, the marks on my father's neck. It all
we already
leads to
know.
him.
It's not the right amount. We already know.
In any case, that doesn't change a thing.
It does, actually. Now we know he didn't kill himself.
My father's still dead, and you still haven't found Bobby Yale. Nothing has changed. Opening the safe and finding my father's will won't help us achieve anything. So please hurry. Time's wasting.
Sonia's indifference never ceased to amaze me. But most importantly, why was she so opposed to Yale?
John Blacksad? I think I owe you an apology.
His face
is definitely not lip sync to English.
Those lips just keep
Apology
going.
accepted.
That's wild.
But what exactly are you apologizing for?
Listen, I don't think my fellow workers treated you with the respect you deserve. I'm so sorry they wrinkled your suit. The thing is, they didn't know we shared a common goal. Bobby Yale. I want to find him and get to the bottom of this as much as you do, Mr. Blacksad. So please, kindly accept my invitation. Why not share our findings? Come on.
Yeah, this feels like the start of an act 2.
Of course. You don't mind me riding in this fancy car with a wrinkled suit, do you?
Oh, I think
That's
you
not-
look mighty dapper, Mr.
What?
Blacksad. Although, if those wrinkles were to rub off on me,
That was a wild line delivery.
They're having normal, coy conversation.
You don't mind me sitting in this car with my wrinkled suit, do you?
At first, he wasn't even trying to step on the part that you actually need to stomp out.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a goat driver. They made his mouth go so far for some reason, all the way onto his cheeks and around the corner into the other part of his face. It's a trip.
Thank you, Blacksad. You won't regret this. So let's cut to the chase. I need Bobby Yale to fight Stone. There's just too much money at stake. So I'm offering you my help to find Yale. Let's work together.
His face is as long as Lobos from
What kind
Last
of help
Wish.
do you need?
Yeah.
A simple exchange of information. You're a good detective, and well, let's just say I have my own ways of making people talk.
Murder, you know.
I think I'll have to pass this time.
Why? What? Do my own ways scare you? Please, hear me out. Let's say I bet a beer that we find Yale in 3 days, and you bet a beer that we don't. In 3 days, one of us has to buy the other a beer. Is that so bad? We're simply two grown men using our money and free will to conduct a small private exchange. And most importantly, we're not hurting anyone. So, yeah, I run a gambling business. What's so bad about that?
What was that
Can't
conversation?
really say.
Well, I can.
I have no
Nothing.
idea.
But I'll tell you what is wrong. The way our government is ruining America. We live in a so-called free country. A place where honest people can make a living, provided they don't hurt anybody. We're not communists. Well, at least I'm not.
I would have never thought otherwise. As for me,
why is it not? Why is it there?
Respect, it's none of your business.
Ooh, all right. Never mind then. In any case, that's not my point. The government betrays our nation's values by passing communist laws that forbid an honest man like me to make a living without hurting a soul. And that, Mr. Blacksad, is just wrong. I'd even say it's unconstitutional. Do you get my point now?
We're making enemies.
I wasn't ready for the idea of the crime lord thinks you're a commie being a moral choice.
Yeah, me either.
All right, I get your point.
Ha! I knew you would. When the government passes these laws, there's only one legitimate weapon the people can wield. The same weapon that turned America into a great nation. Civil disobedience. So, as the proud American that I am, it's my duty to disobey.
You might have a point. In certain cases, civil disobedience is both right and duty.
Exactly. And when you hear just how I've transformed this business, you'll agree even more.
He's animated at a really low frame rate.
No, sir. I started at the bottom, when Lucky Blitzen ran the show. That good for nothing. His was a reign of terror, extortion, violence, that sort of unpleasant thing. When I took over, I decided I'd make people want to do my bidding, not out of fear, but out of gratitude. I decided to help people so they would help me.
That beating your thugs gave me was really helpful. Thank you so much.
Those poor bastards didn't even know you were a detective, that you were on our side.
I guess he's
Maybe
not
at
the same
first,
rhino.
But when they tied me
It's
up
not.
and beat the socks off me, they knew very well who I was.
Seriously? That goes against my rules. Who was it?
They're right there. I mean, they both beat your ass, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the two of them.
Bastards. But don't you worry. I'll have a talk with those two. I
then they'll
cannot
beat your ass
tolerate this
again.
behavior.
Oh, yeah,
Please accept my apologies, Mr. Blacksad.
And I'm gonna like
you
it.
see, a lot of people work for me.
Ooh.
Many families depend on my business. Not only that, St. Christopher's Hospice practically lives on my donations. The widows of my late employees are set for life. Their kids get free schooling. The cops leave me alone because they know my business doesn't hurt anyone. On the contrary. And, it looks like we're here.
This guy is
Just
such a
imagining-
smarmy piece of work. What a pile of trash.
Like it's its whole life. Just imagining like incredibly poorly aged phrases.
Yeah.
Like yeah, my boys will be out to see you later. They'll lick you. Clap those cheeks. You're like, wait.
I told you I'm on your side. Go ahead, search the place. I'll wait down here. When you're done, maybe you'll change your mind and share your findings with me.
Renounce your
Or
communist
not.
ways.
It's your call, Mr. Blacksad. I'll make sure you're suitably compensated.
That
Colbert!
conversation went
Wilson.
places.
So yeah, I guess we made an ally with him sort of, but also not really. I was trying to just tell him like, no, I'm not going to cut you in on stuff. But then Blacksad immediately was like, no way, man. And also I'm a commie sympathizer and I don't believe in any of your moral ways. And it's like, oh no.
Pizza.
That is in fact a slice
that
of pizza.
full-on Italian restaurant tablecloth. Oh my god.
Is the audio back? Audio's back. Okay. Well, if that's the case, then no one is going to be able to have even heard the last scene, which is bad. But whatever. We'll just deal with it. We'll deal with it. It's fine.
Oh, did everyone just watch it with no audio and not say anything, or did it suddenly cut out?
I have no idea. I couldn't tell you. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, when I looked at it, when I started recording, there was audio, so I don't know. I don't know what's going on there, but all right.
Brian?
All right. What are we looking at?
I'm not sure how Yale's love of pickles will help me crack the case, but it's good to know.
Still no audio for them, they say. Let's take just one last look at it real quick. Advanced audio properties. Stream audio is on the right track, so it's showing that there's audio for me now. So weird. It's weird that it just didn't like the audio in the cutscene.
Someone else says they have audio. Someone else says, yeah, there was never audio. Now they're saying they're wait. That was every possible contradictory piece of feedback you could have at once.
Oh well, it's whatever.
Okay, I guess the voice is okay. I guess it's working now. Fuck it.
I barely know.
Oh my god. If you ever wonder why a Let's Player sometimes feels extra distracted and unable to focus on what's happening and incorporate information in a game they're playing, sometimes it's because they're spending so much time trying to figure out how to get it to work at all, and this stuff's happening.
I don't even think I'm going to use my video. I don't think this is gonna go in the VODs. I don't think I'm gonna actually use this game on my channel.
He's just gonna give up on it.
There must be one boring old
Just a me problem now.
Yeah, it's a Keith problem. Sorry, Keith. You can do some quirky, some quirky dialoguing if you feel like it. You can overdub some stuff.
I mean, hope it just works.
Why would you want such a big closet for so few clothes? Unless someone emptied it recently.
I think that's more likely because he has photos here, so it's not just a bachelor pad. Oh yeah, and those poems, right? He was like a philosopher.
Copy 1 of 3. Do you know any of his relatives?
His father, Avenarius.
Avenarius? The boxer poet? Didn't he disappear 20 years ago?
So not volume 1 of 3, just copy 1 of, like there's only 3 copies in existence? Whoa.
The Sicilian capo.
So, you like your mob stories, don't you, Bobby?
It's clearly the Godfather.
The Godfather. Yeah.
Avenarius, the poet boxer.
The poet boxer? He looks like he has trouble emoting as a character model.
It's funny because he's isn't a boxer a type of dog? I don't know if that's what that is, but that would also be cute.
That would be funny. I'm not, let's see.
Like Bobby inherited something more than
I'm imagining like Linkin Park playing over this as he's like painting it.
I've given up, taking deep, I just gotta throw it away.
Crawling in my skin. Evanescence kicks on.
It looks like an actual cover to some kind of like System of a Down thing.
Yeah. Whoa, this is a big bathroom.
Judging by the general state of the apartment, they were leading a quiet life.
People are asking, why does Blacksad sound 70? His voice actor's an old dude.
He just has interesting voice casting.
Yeah. His voice actor's been in a lot of stuff.
State of the apartment, they were leading a quiet life.
Yeah, it doesn't sound right.
No.
it just doesn't. I got used to it last session, and I'll do it again. But it just does not seem like what I would expect him to sound like.
Yeah, I would expect him to sound a lot more grizzled and a little bit less soft. Definitely a little bit younger as well. Well, granted, he's like in his 40s, isn't he? Something like that.
Probably, yeah.
All right.
I don't think. I'm pretty sure that the boxer is in fact not a boxer. No.
No.
Boxers are like those brownish dogs that have like a droopy black face.
All right. Let's see.
It's hard to explain.
Mary went to Luna Park with Yale. There's a scarf at Yale's place. Mary has a cold.
Gasp.
That means she's been here recently, but why? What does Sweet Mary have to do with Yale, the murder suspect?
Such intrigue. Mary Purnell is lying about Yale. We knew that. There's nothing new to be had there.
Am I crazy, or that's just not how disease works?
That's not how disease works. No, you can't
in all of fictions, like, oh, I forgot my cold weather clothes. I have a cold now. I'm like, that's just the word cold. You're doing word association. Yeah. Your immune system doesn't care what the English language called things.
Yeah. Let's see. Leave to avoid O'Leary or stay. I don't want to piss off O'Leary yet. As scummy as O'Leary is, he has truly given us no actual reason to not work with him for the sake of the case, other than the fact that we
to some extent
like
just antagonizing everyone just actively as a threat.
Yeah, exactly. Let's leave.
When I left, I told O'Leary I hadn't found a thing. The minute I was alone, I left for Mary's.
See, this makes us less suspicious, which is good.
But before all that, I took a small parting gift for her.
Interesting that Ed hadn't found a thing is its decision made for you.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to be happy about that.
We'll have to see.
I've never trusted angels.
Mr. Blacksad? What a...
Surprise?
The lip sync there was real weird.
When they fall, they turn into demons.
Joey told me he was going to spend the afternoon painting the gym and that Bobby would be fixing something up on the roof. So, after I found the body and called the police, I went to Bobby's place, but he wasn't there.
How'd you get in unless you were having an affair?
You know that Yale was with Dunn when he died, and yet you told no one.
I guess I just forgot. Everything is so confusing. I'm sorry, Mr. Blacksad.
Don't be. I'm here to figure it all out.
So I asked her that specifically because I understand how she got in. She went in through the fire escape. Or she has a key.
What's your relationship with Bobby Yale?
He was like a son to Joey, and we were about to get married, so, you know.
Okay, I think it's time to set things straight.
I think it's more likely the cheating is more likely.
Somebody's cheating, but
I knew
in
you
what
were cheating
direction?
on Dunn with Yale. Or was it the other way around?
No. How can you even think of something like that?
How can you convince me otherwise?
How do you prove a negative?
I found a picture at Yale's apartment. It's you and him on a roller coaster. Care to explain, Miss Purnell?
Wow.
I'm not white, Mr. Blacksad.
What?
The audio and subtitles are so desynced.
7 of my
Yes.
great-grandparents were white. The 8th was black. According to law, I'm a black citizen, even if my skin says the contrary. Do you know what that means when you're born in North Arlington, Alabama?
Segregated everything.
Yeah, I don't think you need to pick
Segregated
a
housing.
specific one.
With far worse homes for colored people.
We even have different water fountains, for God's sake. The separate but equal doctrine and all that.
That crap.
And all the lies.
Why was
That's
that a
why I moved
choice?
here. No one knows what color my great-grandparents were.
I'm black too, and I don't hide it.
Well, at least you're a man.
In any case, what's that have to do with Bobby Yale?
He's my nephew, Mr. Blacksad. Joe and I first started taking care of poor Bobby when my sister died. That was when he was almost 15. The 3 of us went on that trip to Luna Park.
So this is where Joe Dunn comes in.
Bobby was the only one who knew about me and Joey. We were afraid that someone would use my past to ruin his career.
It's not the first time I hear that story. You should have told me this sooner.
I've been hiding it all my life. I'm sorry.
You made Mary feel guilty.
We know we need to do cat vision
Batman
every
vision.
single time. We have to do detective vision every single time it comes up because we might miss it, and that would be bad.
It's actually bizarre that it seems instead of being like a thing you can do in the environment
Mary
or some other
smells like-
situation.
Actually,
Yeah.
the whole room smells like a pie fresh out of the oven. So I can't identify any other fragrances.
It's so weird as a gameplay element because it pops up in conversation when you like conversations have timers in this game. Like things could
out of nowhere, it's a sudden blink and you miss it mechanic in like a dialogue choice. And you're like, wait, why?
and it's like actually essential for solving certain mysteries. So
TV and radio all in one. Where will these mad times lead us?
Imagine if they stacked that with 7 other devices and they all put them in a small rectangle that makes you infertile.
femininity starts at home, Belinda S. Lovelace. What did that tell us? You didn't have anything to say about that.
That she has that. That was the murder weapon.
Gotcha.
Fresh out of the oven. The whole room smells like pie.
That's not what you clicked on.
Nope. What is happening with this game?
I don't understand. It's really hard to form thoughts when stuff like this happens.
About Sonia Dunn and the ring. I managed to hide the truth from her.
I appreciate it, but at the same time...
What?
No, nothing. Maybe she has a right to know.
I'm not sure if Batman Vision does
That
give you
cherry
anything.
pie smells so good.
Well, we
I'm
made
starting to get
a
hungry.
we made a
Thanks.
deduction from it last
I pulled it out of the
time.
oven right before you arrived. Oh, where are my manners? I'm the worst hostess in the world.
Oh, that freaked out.
Yeah, I was gonna say the cutscene is seriously chugging
Let
on
me go
my
get a
ends
knife from
too.
the kitchen.
Well, it's
She's
just
gonna flee.
the
She's gonna fucking flee.
the
Are you kidding me?
the cherry pie tried to escape
And you
her
must
when
be
she approached
thirsty.
it.
Let me see. OJ, coffee.
Ew, coffee.
Water's good, thanks.
Orange juice with cherry pie? Gonna throw up.
She's gonna drug me.
She's wearing the same clothes in both pictures, so she's probably telling the truth.
He looks so mischievous. Look at him. He's living for this.
That's some beautiful artwork you got there.
What?
Okay.
What? This conversation is inexplicable. This is the most surreal, intense eating I've ever. He just eats half a pie while
Is
she
he
watches
eating
him.
How much pie is he eating? And they're not chatting and like he went through like multiple slices? It's gone. There's no more pie. What the fuck? That dominance move, he just ate the whole fucking pie and like what's that? What is that reflection over there? What is happening at that reflection on the left? Like,
what is
there
going
just a
on
mirror
in the video
at
game?
ground? I guess it is a mirror. Yeah.
That's the fireplace, and it's unloaded.
No.
What is going on? It's telling
That's
me
where
there are. Oh my god. It's telling me there are two things I need to find. And
I put off playing this game for years, waiting for patches because I heard some rough news, and it turns out that was a false. That was a false hope that
this
it would get patched. I guess.
So cursed.
Maybe indie games should go back to 2D.
Yeah.
You're scrolling around in your Batman vision, and there's just a floating spoon.
It's not working. So right here, it's saying that there's something to pay attention to. Because if you look, you'll see the arrow pop up. There is a point where it like.
Have you noticed that your spoon is just floating in front of you when you go over there?
Oh yeah, no. This is I'm inside Blacksad's body. I think like
scrolling
as a camera angle,
around.
And I'm trying to. I'm not gonna be able to get this because it's broken. Oh no!
I can't tell what it wants from you.
Oh no!
You're gonna get the bad ending because the fireplace is gone.
About Sonia Dunn and the ring, I managed to hide the truth from her.
I appreciate it, but at the same time...
What?
No, nothing. Maybe she has a right to know.
Oh boy. Jeez.
I couldn't help but notice a queen-size bed in the room.
You what?
Sorry. I had to make sure Bobby Yale wasn't hiding in there.
Oh yeah, sure. Joey bought this place. It was going to be our home after the wedding. I left my apartment and moved in so I could save some money.
If he had left his own apartment and moved in, you could have saved twice the money.
I'm no hooker, Mr. Blacksad.
Wow.
It's a little aggro. I'm trying to get this, trying to see if there is a way to make this actually work so I can get whatever it's wanting me to pay attention to, but I'm thinking I think this is just broken forever. I think this is the best we're gonna get.
It's hard to say exactly why, but in the entirety of reading the comic, I've never questioned Blacksad having green sclera and then like just black dots for eyes, and other characters sometimes having like realistic human eyes.
Mm-hmm.
But here I'm really questioning it when it cuts between these two characters and they're like 3D realistic looking characters, and she has human eyes and he has cartoon eyes.
You should open a bakery and sell these pies.
Thanks. Joey used to say the same thing.
And then I'd always tell him, you just ate it though.
No.
I'd like to believe you.
Oh no.
You're trapped until you can solve this. Just scroll and mash, I guess.
Do I have to try and here we go.
Are there zoom in and out buttons? Oh,
it's letting me zoom now. It wasn't letting me do this before. Okay. Whew.
Over here-ish.
There we go.
This isn't how smelling
Now that
works.
There's almost no pie left. The scent has also disappeared. Interesting.
It was him. It was.
Now Mary smells like a huge dog. Mary.
What?
When are you going to stop lying? I know your nephew is here. I can smell him.
What? No. I already told you I don't know where he is.
What the fuck? It was my tactic all along. I was gonna just swallow this entire pie whole so I could smell you
why
better.
You're protecting him, but it's in his best interest to end this hide and seek.
You can search the whole house if you want. Go ahead. He's not here.
That is such a grim Fandango level, like, comedy adventure game logic deduction in a way that I don't expect from Blacksad.
Wait a minute. She's not the one who smells like that.
Yeah.
What?
Blacksad, I don't think is in any way known for having strong smelling or anything.
That's where
There's a
Bobby
door.
Yale's scent is coming from.
I knew
It's
he
a
was gonna
trap
be in there.
door.
So, that's why you were sitting there.
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, you do. Could you step
He's
aside
making
so
a
I can
face.
check, please?
Looks like an Oni mask.
Please go.
Mary, for Christ's sake, put that knife down, would you?
Leave or I'll...
You know I could take that knife from you if I wanted to, Mary.
Damn.
I need it.
I don't want to hurt you.
Leave her alone!
Oh.
Bobby!
What?
You have to like catch the punches. You have to like read the directions or something.
I have to go in the direction that the punch is coming from.
You gotta realize to grab this thing and smack him with a pie tin or whatever. He's just, why would he keep punching it? Damn. Just keeps punching it. Oh!
What? I pushed the button. Oh! Did you see that? I pushed the button. What
He
is
just
going
died
on here?
violently. Oh my god. That was a really graphic Blacksad death. Oh my god. It's unexpected.
What is happening? What? I pushed the. What is going on? Why is the game failing me?
What direction are they expecting from you? If it's not, do you have to hold it or?
I don't know. See, I pressed it. It was green again.
Oh, you
but
just
it worked
teleported
this time.
outside.
Oh,
this is wild. There you go. Okay. Oh my god, they're fast sometimes.
Yeah, this is rough.
Wait! Is he having a heart attack?
What? What is happening in this game?
Call an ambulance. Do as I say. Go on, call an ambulance. Do it now.
What in the world?
You can't forget. One, stay calm. 2, 1 chest compression per second.
That's way too slow.
1
Yeah, it seems
Mississippi.
that's not staying alive.
2 Mississippi. 3 Mississippi. 4 Mississippi. 5
That's a
Mississippi.
sound.
Bobby. Oh, Bobby.
Oh man.
Thank you, Bobby. Bobby. Thank you.
They make such weird sounds.
I am so bewildered by this game right now.
I had investigated a suicide case. I had discovered that, in truth, we were dealing with a murder. I had found and captured the prime suspect. And I had saved a life.
Saves a strong term for it when you cause the situation. Look at that goofy Dalmatian, this big
Clever
dumb smile.
transition.
Oh, that's fun.
Oh my god.
And yet, everything in me screamed that something was going wrong.
I feel like
This
I'm
game-
hallucinating.
Yeah, same. This game has gone from like being a curious novelty of like, oh, like they made a Blacksad game, but it's not very good, to like a nightmare fun house of errors that are beyond our control. Like, people are not going to be watching this playthrough because they want to see the content. They're going to be watching the playthrough because they are having fun watching us lose our minds.
Your own hands. I'd like to think we're not just vigilantes.
I want a gun.
What the hell?
Bang, bang, bang.
Is having nightmares about that conversation now?
I hate detectives.
Dear Lord.
You're dead meat, cat.
That you, Smirnoff?
You seem agitated. Nightmare?
How long have I been sleeping?
Who wakes
I
up
just
like
got
that?
here. Anyway, why don't you go home? In his current condition, Yale's not going anywhere. Besides, we'll take it from here.
What? Who just snaps awake like that and asks a
What is
question?
that? Can we trust him?
I don't like that dog's terrifying.
Yeah.
I know how to
no.
pick my men, John. You? I'm not so sure. You promised me you wouldn't intervene.
I didn't, though. I did exactly what you asked me to.
The background dogs are rough.
If I hadn't intervened, Bobby Yale could be dead.
If you had warned
How?
me, maybe we could have avoided a heart attack.
No. A bunch of cops show up to a black dude's house. You're telling me you'd avoid a heart attack? I do not think that is true.
But how did... He can't say that intervening saved Bobby's life unless he counts intervening being only the CPR.
The other thing, though, is that he was like, don't take the law into your own hands. I didn't. I just went to someone's house and did the job you asked me to do, dude.
Yeah, and then we got attacked. He attacked us. Like,
When exactly did you realize that he killed Dunn?
maybe he didn't.
Yeah, I don't think he did.
Yeah, Blacksad was pushing back on the idea.
Out of sheer
The
curiosity.
nose.
I'm a cop after all.
Why does he have teeth? Why does he have human teeth? They don't have human
To be
teeth in
honest,
Blacksad.
I'm not so sure Yale killed anyone.
How about the motive? Any ideas?
Smirnoff's teeth are fucking me up. Why'd they do that?
I know Dunn wanted to call the fight off after something Yale did, but I still don't know what.
In any case, hopefully Yale will tell us more.
Would you let me ask him some questions when he wakes up?
I know you will, with or without my permission, so I'd rather not feel betrayed. In exchange, drop by the station when you can. Your investigation could really help my men. Who, by the way, must be waiting for me to interrogate Mary Purnell. Boy, she was hard to pry from Yale's side.
What do we think?
I mean,
I'll be nice
it's
to her.
rough to be like, she's a liar.
She's been through a lot in the past days. Be nice to her.
Of course. In spite of it all, we're not just vigilantes. And as for you, go get some rest. God knows you need it.
He just keeps needling you. The whole conversation.
I know.
I will. Thanks for the advice.
Tell the nurses to look at that face of yours. You look like a film detective in his last scene.
I'm afraid this film isn't over yet.
For your sake, I hope you're wrong. You're in charge now, officer.
Oh my god.
I'll send you relief in 6 hours. Understood?
Doctor,
Who are... Oh, detective. Congratulations. You fared pretty well against that kid. Better than most would have.
Now, if you'll excuse me.
Do I look like I fared well to you?
What? He's not a real doctor. I guarantee it. He's like an assassin
You think
or
he's
something.
faking it? He's here to.
Yeah.
He's here to. Is it because he's a lizard?
Yeah.
We,
Here to kill
as
the-
a society, simply don't trust reptiles.
Whoa!
Whoa!
Is our extended belief that there's logic to that distrust, that it's natural and well-founded.
What?
Blacksad, I guess, is a racist now.
He's black.
We, as a society, simply don't trust reptiles.
Okay, we
But
already
that's
got
not
that
the real
one.
problem. The real problem is our extended belief that there's logic to that distrust, that it's natural and well-founded.
What throws me off is that almost sounds like progressive language, except the part he says "we," and I'm like,
Yeah.
wait, aren't you explaining the problem? So why are you saying "we"?
Dr. Palmer.
How's Yale? Is he awake?
Oh, yeah. Go check on him before he falls asleep again. Although, try not to bother him with too many questions.
Will he be ready to fight in 2 weeks?
It's too soon to tell. He did have a heart attack after all.
Is he on something? Like, why is he having heart attacks?
I'm very confused because that setup was that like he wasn't a real doctor. But then he literally just got like confirmed he had a heart
Go away.
attack.
I don't want to see you. The doctor told me to sleep.
I rarely get to interrogate a suspect with his guard down in a place as
A
quiet
lot of
as
pillows.
this. Getting the chance to study his body language with no distractions is a rare gift.
Okay. More
There's something very
smell-o-vision.
surreal about seeing like a very furry art, like Bara Rottweiler, just in a hospital bed, kind of floating above some pillows to not clip through them. Like,
Yeah.
it's just something is incredibly surreal about this visual with the
Extremely
IV and
odd.
everything.
He's clenching his fist, a sign of contained anger.
Like I know that on the page I would not question this scene because it would be rendered in a way that I wouldn't be like, but like here I'm losing my mind a little bit.
Yeah.
He's looking straight at me. If he couldn't hold my stare, I'd think he's lying. But that's not the case.
What'd he be lying about, dude?
He's already caught. And
His
also,
heart
yeah, he
rate
hasn't
is
said
increasing.
anything.
It could mean that he's lying.
No, but
It could also
Lying
just
about
be
what?
pure,
Not wanting to
Exactly.
see you?
he didn't tell you a lie.
fast heart rate, fixed stare. He feels some genuine rage towards me.
Yeah, no, he
I'm
was
sorry
not
you
lying
can't
about
see
it. Why would he be lying about that?
I'm afraid you'll just have to put up with me.
For now. Luckily, I just got my medication. I'll be snoozing soon.
All right, I'll just cut to the chase.
People ask, how do we see his heart rate from across the room like that? We don't see it. He was hearing it.
What? That's not... K. That's not...
It makes perfect
I'm
sense.
pretty sure that at no point in the Blacksad mythos is it ever established that Blacksad has, like, super senses.
He's a little. Look at him. He's
They're
a
not-
little meow meow. He's
Yeah,
got
but they're
great
never
little
like
meow meow
they're never
ears.
like he's a cat, therefore he's got like super hearing and super smell, and he has
Listen.
like directional smell. He has to aim his smell at the woman's neck.
Listen, Keith. Listen. Ignore all of the times that he's taken off guard, surprised, and snuck up on in the comics, and understand. All right, I'm gonna point to something. All right. He has little meow meow ears. Look at
He
this.
does have little meow meow ears.
Look.
And like
Look
if
right
this
here,
was
see?
if this was a
Look.
Beastars Telltale game, I'd be like, oh yeah, all of Legoshi's crazy senses and whatnot.
Look at right
Legoshi,
there.
like
Those are little
Legoshi-
meow meow ears, Keith.
Yeah, look at him wobbling. Look at him wobbling. Like I just think about how like fucking
Made his heart rate speed up out of rage.
You hear that? That's the sound.
checking
That's the sound it
again.
makes. It's
He
so
can
obvious.
hear people's heartbeat. Can they all hear each other's heartbeats all the time? he's not specifically of high senses. Like, he's surrounded by people that have the same senses he does. He's not the cat detective of Gotham, the one cat. Like, everybody around.
He goes to the post office and it's like deafening.
Yeah, I'm just like, he doesn't have unique senses here. He's not the one animal.
Is he holding back his rage?
Yes, we know that he's holding back his rage because he literally just told us that he'd beat us up if we didn't leave him alone.
Like, is the other guy using his detective vision on us right now? Are we frozen and making a stupid face?
He can't look me in the eye. I'd say he's lying.
What about what? He hasn't changed. Just a second ago, you said that he could look you in the eye and wasn't lying.
Who killed Joe Dunn?
What? Are you trying to confuse me? Joe hanged himself.
That's definitely not true. Why is Blacksad vision suddenly available every second of the day when it was gone? We didn't have it for almost the entire first level.
No, we didn't. But now
we had a blink and you miss it moment where we couldn't use it against the old man.
Why is his heart rate skyrocketing?
What?
Well, it's because he obviously knows that he didn't hang himself.
Yeah.
Dunn was too short to hang himself with that rope.
So, it's true? He was murdered.
And now we can just do this to check if he's lying the whole time? Is that what's happening?
Why is his heart rate skyrocketing?
Yeah, that's what it's letting us do.
I feel like Blacksad could just quit.
What? The rope? I don't get it. What weapon do you mean?
Don't play with me, boy. The chest expander.
An expander? I've never had one of those.
All right.
What?
As the camera zooms in on his tits. Chest exercises, I would never.
The murderer killed Dunn with a chest expander and planted evidence to make us believe it was suicide. But he also left enough clues behind to make sure we found the true murder weapon. Then he put the chest expander box in your locker to frame you. Do you know anyone that twisted and who also happens to have a motive?
I don't know.
Definitely knows. Obviously, it was Sonia Dunn.
I mean, we thought it might have been Sonia. Does Jake show up in any of the later comics? Because if he does, then the answer is not Jake.
Oh, Jake's the gorilla.
Yeah.
Who are some of these people?
Desmond O'Leary is the fox, the gambler. Frank Cassidy is the mobster, I think. Or is a mobster something. He was the other match fixer. And Sonia Dunn is obviously the daughter.
We have like a glossary that we can do mid-conversation.
Do we? Not one that I can access right now.
Oh, fuck.
I mean, I am thinking it's between Frank and Sonia, so... And in Black,
Jake's like zero. Jake isn't like a suspect at all.
No,
really.
We know that he works for O'Leary, but like, I don't think it was a problem. I think it was Sonia. I'm gonna say it was Sonia.
What about Sonia Dunn?
Sonia? I doubt it. She's odd, but she's his daughter.
I've seen worse, believe me.
Okay, we can go through all of them.
Just because she was being so sussy.
Yeah, well, she kept saying she was upset, and she was like, I need time to process, but then she would just like read paperwork. Like, she doesn't actually seem that upset at all.
Yeah, but that might just be the game being weird.
No, this game is the pinnacle of the depiction of the human condition, Keith, and people respond to things normally, all right? This is all very normal.
Blacksad at least kind of pointed out that like she seemed too determined to get an answer, to pin it on somebody as fast as possible, as soon as there was option available, which was this guy.
What about Frank Cassidy? Do you think he has a motive?
Maybe.
That guy.
A few weeks ago, Joe took me to a boxing managers association meeting.
Headed by Cassidy.
We do know someone was panting when they left, so...
He was obsessed with making it illegal for boxers to fight without a manager. Or without an associated manager. Everyone seemed to go along with it until Joe spoke up. He said that would lower us to mob status. That Cassidy had founded the association just to make money by monopolizing the sport. That made others think twice. And Cassidy ended up empty-handed.
Poor Cassidy.
The 2D art is so good immediately whenever it pops up. You're like, oh, remember Blacksad?
It's interesting to watch them awkwardly pause while the art asset loads into the engine.
Desmond O'Leary
when did we even see him?
Seems twisted enough. Did he have anything
He
against
stopped
Dunn?
by the...
I'm not sure if they knew each
Yeah,
other.
when the letter appeared?
At least not in person. About a month ago, Joe kicked one of O'Leary's men out of the gym. He was trying to give a business card to...
Jacob's Giambi.
Yeah, exactly. Did Jake tell you about that?
Something like that.
Blacksad. I think I owe you an, You know, my father disappeared when I was 6, right after winning a fight. We never heard from him again. Do you know what that does to a kid? Who knows where I'd be if Joe Dunn hadn't been in my life. Even when I lost my way and put a gun to his head years later, he still took me under his wing and managed to steer me in the right direction. And now that he's gone...
That's so sad.
You're risking your life to find his murderer. Thanks.
8-foot tall crying man.
I'm just doing...
KO. I don't like that I think it's a autosave icon or something just always has Blacksad like growling, and I'm like,
yeah,
it's a weird emotion to flash periodically in a lot of these scenarios. I think
it's kind of
the
interesting.
walrus showed up for like 2 seconds while we were up in the office or on the roof, and we could see him by the front door, and I think that might be when the letter appeared.
Yeah, it was. That's exactly when it happened. He
that's
showed
like
up
all we've seen
briefly
of
to
that
talk to
character
Sonia.
so far. That's a terrible card fragment.
The fact that the cards are fragmented is mind-boggling to me. Like, what an already annoying collectible situation.
They ran out of art, but they wanted more collectibles, so they started cutting them up.
Inversely proportional to my hours of sleep. Ah, damn.
What is the height difference between him and the dead guy?
Yeah, I wonder.
Ugh.
Why'd you skip that, you freak? You absolute pervert. What are you doing?
You musk freak. I'm still recoiling from the discovery that one artist that's drawn just a mountain of Blacksad porn has been obsessively drawing art of the character who dies before this game starts. That's not what I expected to learn the moment we started this game. Are the shoes a clue?
Yeah.
Oh my god. What do you mean they smell like a dead man? Are you gonna imply that they're the shoes of the guy who died?
No, the footprints don't match. If Yale killed Dunn, he did it without stepping in the paint, or in different shoes.
Why would smelling the shoe let me know that? Why didn't it just have me look at the shoe and then say their shoes weren't the
Smells
same?
like a dead man. How long do they have to be on a guy to start smelling like death?
But the thing is it wasn't on anyone. All he's saying is that he wears his shoes a lot and they don't match the ones at the gym.
Why did the clue say they smell like a dead man? Because that implies something in this context, you know?
Yeah,
game?
no,
like,
for real. I think it's
like,
just...
It makes it sound like they're like the Disco Elysium hanged man's shoes or something.
Yeah.
Like, the guy was found the day he died, so I don't think any of his clothes would smell like dead people. You don't just give off an aura the moment you pass. Besides maybe shitting yourself.
Blacksad would definitely be able to smell that if that was the case.
Yeah, he'd be great at it. It's just one talent. He just can smell anything.
The hands say a lot about what's going on inside a person.
This guy's a boxer.
Wow.
Good job, Blacksad.
Good job, kitty. Good kitty.
Why can't you go towards that arrow at all? What's going on?
It's not letting me.
It's like telling you to go down, but then sometimes it says to go up without you going down or something.
What the fuck? Ah!
I don't wait. Now it says to go. Wait, what? Where is it?
So it's pointing me to multiple different places. So like, for example, there's a hot spot on his hand. So if I'm like in between two of that, if I move out of the hut zone for one of them, it will point me towards the hand. That's what that's doing.
Which is weird because you've already seen it.
Yes, and I've already seen it. So right here, it's pointing me towards the heart. There is another one down here, presumably, but I'm not allowed to interact with it.
What?
Was it his shoes?
I don't know. It's a red number, so there should be something new.
Yeah. It's saying go down from here. Oh my god. I am going to lose my mind. Do I have to be over here? Do I have to be to the side or something?
It's like you're wondering if your standing position affects how the camera works. I would expect these to all be like fixed.
Yeah. I agree.
Oh, wow, I just zoomed right in.
It wasn't letting me until it all of a sudden let me, and then drew my attention to that last spot. I don't think I'm going to be able to find this one. What the heck is going on? Is it his head?
Huh?
Why was it on his head? Okay.
He seems restless. Should I tell someone?
He got his ass beat.
Yeah.
And he's accused of murder, and you're interrogating him.
All right, bend over.
See, there's no fever whatsoever. He must be having a nightmare.
Are you sure?
Wouldn't you have nightmares too after what he went through yesterday? I know I sure wouldn't sleep.
I have nightmares myself, but those go way back.
Oh,
Okay.
the poor thing. Do you know what my nightmare is? It's that witch I have to work with. Oh, good thing she's got trauma surgery at 12:30, but I wish it were a little sooner, you know?
What?
Anyway,
What?
Thank you for letting
What?
me know and for bringing him in.
The way this character is talking.
You don't know how excited I am to be involved in a criminal case.
Oh my god.
She's extremely funny, but also just that was like.
I need to take a look at his medical report.
There's moments in this game where you just so transparently can see the writers working backwards from a destination.
Yeah, this game has
Like-
2D adventure game logic.
Yeah, they're like, we need to say that the nurse is going to be busy at a specific time. The lady hates her and is going to tell you that because she's her nightmare. Get it? Dunn is having a nightmare. Rapid eye movement. Press the button. Like what? You ready to blow?
This game's a nightmare. Tarantino reference, the red apple cigarettes. I think.
I just can't get over how overly elastic and springy all of the phone cables are.
Yeah.
They never stop moving the whole time you're holding them, and I'm like, you just gotta turn it down. Just gotta turn down the physics a bit. Look at it go. It's just an active simulation. This has to be bad for like optimization.
Oh, completely.
It never stops. It has no weight, apparently, so just infinitely, without inertia, just wobbles forever? Or something?
Alright, let's
Toast
walk.
tried to phone a friend, it didn't work.
No. And
He's still
look,
stuck
we're-
with me.
We're gonna
Cooties!
get cooties.
Cooties!
Keith gave me cooties, and that's made me play this game.
Did people think cooties were real in the 50s or something? Like,
I don't know. Maybe
is
it
this
comes
a
from
wacky
something.
joke?
All right, that was useless. One thing, so this is actually something I really don't like about this game, is that it will frequently, you go to interact with something, and the thing you interact with is like, he'll just monologue about it for 30 seconds, and it will give you a clue. But then other times, like this, like that ashtray that I can't even interact with anymore, yeah, he'll just stare at it.
Card, surprise.
He'll just stare at it for 20 seconds, not say anything, and then there's like, I have to press a button to get him to stop looking at it.
Robert Yale.
All right, so she's gonna leave at 12:30. So we need to, by the adventure game logic this game uses, we need to change the time on the clock to 12:30 so that she gets up and goes to her trauma
Is that
surgery.
Lion Jesus?
It's Jesus walking alone. He's walking behind you on the beach, and you look behind you, and there's 2 pairs of footsteps, not 1. That's him. That's the Jesus lion.
He's hot.
He is hot. He looks like the kind of guy that I would play video games with and get stoned with on the couch. Hell yeah, brother. Let's go.
I'm just so tripped up. Is that insensitive art? I guess this is like the 50s.
This is the 50s, but also, I don't know if it's insensitive art. It looks like literally just
a photo or something.
A wild horse.
Is it? I think it's a horse. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is the stomach upset character just a Planet of the Apes ape?
Let's look. I mean, yeah, it looks a little bit like Charlton Heston, right? No, not Charlton Heston. That's the human. The what was the name of the guy who played the ape?
It really looks like a Planet of the Apes ape specifically.
It does. It looks very specifically like the Planet of the Apes one. All right, are you gonna let me interact with the nurse?
What's laying on the ground?
Oh my god! Did you just see that? What is going on?
The environment disappearing a bit.
You're awake, handsome?
Why the long face?
Get it? Arena. All right. What else is there to pay attention to?
Which character is the evil witch?
This one. Cigarettes, 25 cents.
What? Costs more on the back end.
What is? Oh, it's just a call phone. Why was he interested in that? What was he able to glean from that?
What was freaking out down there?
Oh no! What's going on?
I think her clothes freaked out.
I'm stuck in the zoom. Oh yeah, her clothes are freaking out. Maybe that's why this game is running so poorly all of a sudden, is because it's doing physics simulations and all the cloth and doesn't know what to do.
Random chunks of physics are running too much.
Shifts of the day.
You can't see that.
He's got really good little kitty eyes.
You can't see that.
Cats actually have they're really short-sighted.
I'll take a pack of Morley's, please.
Honey, get me a pack of Morley's for Mr. Handsome.
Listen, they left the scene there so they would animate it later, but then they didn't do that.
Why is the smoke coming out of his skull?
Face. He's smoking out of his forehead.
Yale's medical report is right there. Mind if I take a look?
No, I don't think so, handsome.
What if you show me Yale's report and I buy you dinner?
You're handsome,
oh my
all right,
god.
but I'm not stupid.
I won't be able to read Yale's medical report if she's around.
I'm not stupid. I'm just a doctor that sells cigarettes at the hospital. A place where, you know, cigarettes are famously good for you and hospitals love fire.
It seems like the Doe nurse will be assisting Dr. Talbot during his 12:30 surgery.
She's supposed to be a deer?
In 4 hours.
Yeah.
Could I get them to operate?
I thought she was
sooner?
a giraffe.
I guess I thought she was a gazelle. Just because of the big lines. I hate this dog
Jerry
specifically.
Highfill. Long time no see.
Blacksad, I didn't want to wake you. How's the boy?
Asleep.
I hope he recovers in time for the fight. I got tickets. Although between you and me, he doesn't stand a chance. It'll be a fun bout, nonetheless. Not like this. God, this is boring.
The
voice direction.
He has like distressing Chewbacca effects going on. Like he looks so much like just a man in a dog costume. Not the least of which, like his muzzle just is hanging down at a 45-degree angle.
Yeah.
Like it's really distressing to look at. And the other dogs aren't like that. They're just low poly.
Are the odds against Yale that bad?
The boy's talented, don't get me wrong. But stone is stone, you know? I bet half my pay, but no vice for me.
You want to smoke?
Don't smoke or drink, no vice for me. Smoking is dirt.
Wow.
Alcohol goes straight to your head. And women, they're all just mean. Well, everyone except mine.
What? Fellas, is it gay to straight? Women are a vice?
You say you've got a good job, and yet you're bored.
Well, it's just a figure of speech, really. I like my job. Is it boring? Yes, but I can entertain myself with a good fight or a football game. Well, watching them, that is.
What is he supposed to sound
like? Are you sure about that? Not even
He sounds like he has an accent, but I can't tell what.
Between you and me, when someone gives in to vice, it's because something's missing. Something in their life just isn't right. I've got a good wife, a good job, a good house, a good TV, and a good hobby. Sports. Well, watching them, that is. What else do I need, eh? Blacksad, vice is for losers.
What?
Man,
what?
I'm bored.
Why? I'm going back in.
What? Why did that word happen like that?
I can't tell if he has a stutter or if he realized halfway through saying it that he was calling us a loser.
Oh, I was like, why is he? What a strange moment. Also, it's really weird to say that, like, women are too mean, they're a vice, as opposed to I'm married.
I think that's true, but I think what he's saying is he's not like out chasing girls or, trying to get hookups at bars.
Yeah, but he's married. That's why it's a vice. Saying the other stuff just makes it sound like that doesn't factor to him.
It would be his vice if women were less mean to him, apparently.
It's such a strange line.
Trauma? Sherry speaking.
Get Dr. Gregor Talbot, please.
Yes, 1 minute. No, actually, Dr. Talbot won't be in until 12:30, according to my registry. Can I ask who's calling?
What a coincidence.
Okay.
Impersonate Dr. Talbot? That's really funny.
Dunn's Gym. Sheikh Ostiambi speaking.
Why are you answering the phone?
Jake, it's Blacksad. Could you get...
I have work to do, John. Call you later. Ronald, get on that ring!
What? What? Okay.
It's just like
the guy who literally is paying us to do this job.
We have to reschedule the 12:30 procedure. I want everyone in the operating room in 5 minutes. If anyone gives you any grief, tell them it's a matter of life or death. Understood?
Oh my god. And then he just hung up. No one answered it.
He doesn't even know what Dr. Talbot sounds like.
A matter of life and death. A matter of life and death. You gotta be kidding me. These people.
Who did he think he was doing in a... Dr. Talbot's not the reptile we met, right?
No, I don't think so. I think Dr. Talbot, I think the guy was Dr. Palmer.
He was just like, what's a doctor voice?
All right, now. How do I put this? I need something that you...
Oh, Only if you guess why I'm giving it to you.
I think you just want to spite your fellow nurse.
Well, aren't you smart? But be quick about it. You hear me, huh? If that witch comes back...
This lady is my favorite character so far.
Man, you're so fired. She's so extremely fired. What the fuck?
Oh, totally. Following cardiopulmonary response.
Dear Lord, he is 6'10". Oh my god.
Yeah, holy smokes.
What does it say here?
22.
You know doctors. The top handwriting is mine. Let's see. Extra systole and dehydration caused by panic attack.
No.
Extra what?
You know, arrhythmia, like skipped heartbeats.
Extra systole is how it's pronounced, I think.
What about this here?
It's a good thing I know that Mr. Yale is in Dr. Ferguson's hands. Otherwise, I'd be worried.
Hey, no means no, miss.
You really don't know who I am, do you?
Miss, I've got orders. And the fact is, those orders say that...
Here you are, Miss Dunn.
Huh?
Tell him, Blacksad. I can't get through that thick skull of his.
You see, Highfill.
What?
This is my wife, Jerry.
I'll be damned. You didn't even say you were married.
Well, future wife.
Between you and me, I knew you'd settle down eventually. Just you wait. You'll even quit smoking with this one. All right, let her in. But don't do anything naughty.
Don't do anything naughty, you two, at the hospital. The horniest place on earth.
Not in a million years, Miss Dunn.
You sure know how to treat a lady, Mr. Blacksad. Anyway,
that was such
you
a
did your
bizarre
job.
lie.
I'll send you a check the day after the fight. You can leave now.